What's up, guys? So, this is a new podcast series that I'm starting called Interviews with B. And so, from as the podcast is starting, it will just be me, BeeAzirahBonta, your beautiful host, you feel me, interviewing myself, asking myself questions, and basically just answering them. And it wasn't always just be me asking questions. Like today is going to be about a topic that I feel that needs to be discussed more by more individuals, including myself, as I play a part into what I'm going to talk about. I played a part in other things. And so, to be the change that you want to see, I have to play a part. And this is the part that I'm choosing to play and how I'm going to play it by creating this podcast. And if anyone knows me beforehand, you knows that I'm someone who is very much understanding that I am a spirit having a human existence, right? And so because I'm having a human existence, I'm going to not only talk about things that we go through as humans, although I'm going to most definitely portray and do my best to get you to see and understand how that connects back into our spirit, into our soul, into our higher forms of beings and also our lower forms of being. We're not just going to sit here and talk about things and not get into why it is happening and coming up with solutions to the situations and the challenges. And so, yeah. And so let's get right into it. So what I'm going to be talking about today is sexuality. Is sexuality a natural occurrence, or is it something that we choose? So when we get into sexuality, we have to first understand that it's a broad thing and first identify what it is that we're talking about within the broad genre of sexuality. So sexuality in itself can be broken down into your sexual orientation, you feel me? And it also can be broken down into your gender, and for some people, and it can be broken down into your sex. And so let's just break down those three things. Your sexual orientation is what we consider being bisexual, what we consider being heterosexual, or what others say as straight, and what we consider being homosexual, or what we consider being gay. Then we have our sex. We only have three sexes that we recognize. We got male, we got female, and we have intersex. Shout out intersex beings. And then we have gender. And with gender, we have three as well. We have female, my bad. We have woman, man, and non-binary. Non-binary connects with intersex, although there are individuals who are female and male who identifies with the gender non-binary. And we're going to get into why, either in this video or I may say in another video. Me knowing who I am, knowing B, knowing Ozzy, I'm going to jump in, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it even just a little bit, but I don't want to ramble off topic because like I said, that can be made into a whole nother video on how consciousness affects our sexuality and the way that we perceive our gender and things like that. That's beautiful. And actually, that is something that I should discuss in this video because I'm going to tie it together. But we're going to start, I'm going to start in the human world first, and I'm going to bring it in. You feel me? I'm going to bring it in because they're going to all come together. And recognize that with me, I'm somebody who goes around. I'm in a circle. I'm a divine consciousness being mainly. And so in this season of my life, I go around in circles. 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 Although these circles are more like a spiral. See, I move my finger. And as I come back around, as I go around these spirals, I come back and I see how these things connect in the lower sense and the higher sense as we rise up that spiral. Come on, stay with me. All right. So boom, running it back. Because like I said, I do ramble, but those rambles make sense too if you stay with me. Well, those who stay with me, gonna get me. Drink of water. I got a little bit of water left, so y'all don't see me sipping on that little bit of water so I can keep this throat hydrated. You feel me? Throat chakra. But yeah, as I was saying, you have those three, you have those things, you feel me? So moving forward, I feel that the reason why a lot of people have this connotation of not understanding if sexuality is a choice or it's a natural occurrence, it's because they are not able to see that it's both. It's not one or the other, it's both. You can be born one way with a natural affection to something or someone, and as you grow, you can naturally change. It can add or shift. So when I say add or shift, meaning that you can be naturally heterosexual, and as you grow older, and as you experiment, and as you learn more about yourself, you can naturally also be open and flow towards being bisexual or to becoming gay. The reason why beings are able to do this is because of their fluid nature in spirit, their fluid nature in their soul. Beings incarnate, and this is definitely if you understand esoteric knowledge of reincarnation, and understand that when beings incarnate, when the soul incarnates, as the soul lives and dies, it comes back as many things, including both male and female. So when we get into man and woman, we have to understand that man and woman is social constructs, depending on who you talk to. To most of us who are growing our consciousness, we're going to tell you it's a social construct. Although I'm not someone to deny male and female, that's biology. So where we are talking about spirit, we have to keep it in the spirit and understand how the spirit manifests into the physical. That doesn't mean that by saying that we are divine feminine, divine masculine consciousness beings, we aren't what we incarnated as biology wise. I had to finish that sentence. And so biology wise, take away God and say evolution. Evolution created male and female. This is science. Although humans created man and woman, this is history. His story. So based on our history of humans, we created constructs to identify ourselves within the community, because humans are community-based beings. So if we as humans created these constructs, that means we also have the power to shift them and change them. We humans did not create our biology. And so where we will create unnatural ways to change ourselves, it doesn't mean it was natural. And so hold your horses. Don't grip your panties. Don't grip them draws. I never said that being unnatural was a negative thing. Whether you're doing something natural or unnatural, and whether it's negative or in positive, are separate things. Where they can tie together is separate things, because there are times when this can be subjective, and there are times when it can be objective. So I'm not going to get into trans women and trans men in this video. I'm going to keep the topic on, is sexuality a natural occurrence or a unnatural occurrence? Meaning that it's something that you just choose. You feel me? And I use the word unnatural to release the negative connotation that we have attached to it. And the only being within you that has attached this negative connotation to unnatural is your mind. Your mind is the only one that truly governs your principles in this reality. Your spirit and your soul influences, but in truth, the mind is the one who governs you in this reality. Specifically, I'm saying this reality, stay with me. And so you can be someone that your whole life you've been liking men. You're a man, your whole life you've been liking men. And then you 23 years old, you meet this girl named Ashley, and y'all been chilling, y'all vibing, y'all build this emotional connection, a deep emotional connection. You really vibe with her. You know, she really give you a lot of things that you look for in a romantic partner. But in your mind, you just tell yourself, it's like, but she's not a guy, she's not a dude, so it's like, it would never work. I'm not sexually attracted to her. So you already, like, but before I say what I was going to say, and you never gave a chance. Like, you never, like, well, you never, like, I'm not. So, you know, you already read off for, like, a chance to even have anything happen. I'm not saying just because you were a male, you just have to be attracted to a female. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, you didn't give yourself that opportunity to be open, because all you know that you be attracted to, what you know is your mind. All you know your whole life. You walked in heels. You feel me? You was the baddest thing on the block. You were wigs and stuff like that. And I'm saying this for a reason, because there are gay men who don't identify as being women, but they still do, on the way they wigs and the way they nails. You feel me? And I totally see why I'm going this route, because the feminine gay man is the mainstream gay. That's the mainstream gay. And we're going to get into some deeper stuff because of the mainstream gay and the mainstream straight man. As a man, I'm only really going to tend to stick with men, although I was raised by women. I have a huge community of women around me, so I can speak on women, but I can't speak for women. You feel me? So, yeah, different type of women I come across and seen, and when it comes to their sexuality as well, you feel me? Although, because I am a man, I will pertain more to men, but all can learn from this. All can learn from this. I'm just going to speak more from perspective of men. You feel me? Because I'm a male who identifies as a cis man. I'm a cis male who identifies as a man. You feel me? And so when they talk about cis, you know, that term startles people and it ruffles a few feathers. But, you know, that term actually been out way longer than we think. Can't give you the accurate damn year, but it actually has been here longer than just like the 2000s, you feel me? If I remember when I researched that first time, you feel me? It actually has been here longer. Just research it, you feel me? Be like, okay, they've been using it. It's just we haven't been using it as well. I say mainstream. See, it's like I can feel it on my crown. You feel like I said, if you don't know, I am someone who considers himself psychic, you feel me? And so I do have psychic clairs, one of them being the ability to hear thoughts. And so how I hear these thoughts isn't like Professor X, although I'm growing my ability to get on that level, baby. It's not on like Professor X yet. It's more so like as I keep my mind clear and stay tuned with my other videos, you feel me? You'll be able to learn also how to keep your mind clear through things like meditation. But being able to keep your mind clear, things come in. So right now I'm feeling this, I'm able to feel this pressure in my brain. As I said, what I said earlier, it's shifting minds. And I can feel the shift. I can feel the gears working in your brain. Instead of thinking about what I'm saying, just take it in first. Then discuss it with yourself. Because you ain't got to tell me nothing, because I see what I see and I feel how I feel. But you can drop in the comments and we can talk about it, you feel me? Although there are things I'm going to say that it's not going to be up for a debate. Although I hear you and it's a safe space and you are safe to say what you need to say as long as respectful. Keep it respectful. You feel me? At the end of the day, because I'm keeping it respectful. And so that's what it is. Although I can't control what you're going to do. That's another thing we're going to get into in this video as well. We be trying to control people in levels and ways that don't even have to be. I'm not finna get into the bathroom things, the trans and stuff. I know y'all that's what y'all keep going to though. It's like a lot of people don't want to acknowledge when it comes to sexuality. We always talking about men. We ain't really talking about no woman. And don't get me wrong, shout out my lesbians, shout out my studs, you feel me? Shout out my bisexual women. But although y'all know, come on now, even y'all know this. Just talk about this is like the situation's going on now, because what it is, it's December 3rd, December 4th when I'm making this video. The biggest thing going on with Diddy, and this man doing child pornography and all this other drugs and things, and the biggest thing everybody's talking about is all the men that have been at his parties. Women coming out saying how they at the parties too, doing the same thing. A girl literally said that she will, like everybody was willingly doing these drugs. They telling y'all these folks are willingly. These folks are not. Y'all are so worried about growing, willing, conscious ass people that y'all are not concerned about the actual children right now. And don't get me wrong, there are some of those celebrities we heard about, you know, Justin Bieber and all on, you know, it was happening to them as they was growing up, you know. They was victims then. They're not victims now, because if you look at Justin Bieber's story, like obviously he getting himself away from that stuff, you feel me? And also, you know, yes, victims gonna have, you know, trauma. So they're gonna have to heal and go through their trauma. That's true. And we should support that. We should definitely support that. Although our focus, well, I'm not gonna tell them about what their focus should be, so I'm gonna leave it right there. I don't know what my focus is. And it's definitely not worrying about who was down getting fucked in the ass. Who was choosing to fuck and bend over, and who that was on the goddamn audio. But that's all that getting portrayed on mainstream media. And when you're somebody who definitely has connections on social media, you're gonna see this stuff. When you're someone like me, you are an air sign. Not only are you air sign, I'm an Aquarius. I'm ruled by Mercury. You feel me? So I'm connected to messages. I'm connected to what's been talked about. You know, it's my choice of what I choose to pay attention to. You feel me? So there are times when I'm scrolling and boom, I see something. Yeah, I'm gonna watch and see it. You feel me? I'm 23 years old. So yes, I have these abilities. Yes, I walk this path. Although I'm not someone who's gonna act like that I'm just a saint and high and mighty in ways that I'm not. But don't get me wrong. Just because I can sit with you doesn't mean I'm gonna want to eat with you. I can love you and talk to you and appreciate you. Doesn't mean I'm gonna want to stay at your crib. No. I don't want none, man. I'm good. I'm full. I already ate. You feel me? And I don't want this video to be too long, but I'm gonna talk. You feel me? And so it's an interview. So y'all interview. I'm in interview right now. So my interview is my interview. You know, get a 30 minutes. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that with when I start having guest stars. I'm gonna have guest stars. I'm gonna have people coming on, talking, different people, different spiritual people, different religious people. Because with me, you know, spirituality and religion is one and the same. But I'm not gonna go deeper into that right now in this video. I'm going to stick with what I'm talking about. Like I say, y'all see how I be rambling. Like I said, I'm by myself, though. So it's like, this is me by myself. And so I'm really in control of the interview. So it's like, this is literally what I do when I'm by myself. Like, me with my spirits. Like, I'm in my room by myself. With my ancestors. I feel me. We all here. You feel me? I literally sit here and have these conversations with myself. And I told myself right now today, it's like, bro, you need to go ahead and just put this out. People need to hear what you have to say. Because we are being told so much regurgitated stuff that it causes confusion in everyone's community. See, at the end of the day, I'm a human first, black second. You feel me? I'm a human first, black second. Then I'm a man. You feel me? Then I'm bisexual. And all these other goddamn labels that we choose to put on ourselves. But I say these things I said first because this is how we perceive in society. When society sees me, they see a human, then they see a black man. And then once they assume things or see something that some people can pick up or tie to being quote unquote gay or into men, then they can say, oh, okay, he may be gay, he may be bisexual, stuff like that. You feel me? And the reason why I say human first now, because I don't live a reality where I'm seen as an animal or something. I'm not even gonna lie. And I actually grew up in the hood. I'm from a small town, get me wrong. Although my small town is surrounded by bigger cities, and I definitely got family in those cities, and I hood hanged in them cities, and all my people are definitely not people who you will be goddamn seeing in no motherfucking, I'm not even trying to talk down on my folks, but I have middle and poor. That's majority of my family. You feel me? Growing up in the hoods. And you can even see how I talk about, like, I don't glorify that stuff. Like, I didn't grow up there thinking, like, this is what I want to be. And I also didn't grow up judging it. Because this is where we all was at. But we just had different things about what we was going to do about it. And mine was getting up out of here. I'm still here right now. Still here in my apartment. 2 bedroom, 2 bath, you feel me? It's rental assistance, you feel me? What else I want to say? Because I'm from ancestors, you ain't got to say too much, boo. Just let them know. Because at the end of the day, I feel like people need to know that being vulnerable isn't a weakness unless you let it be. Don't be vulnerable just for the sake of being vulnerable. Speak your truth. And you may think like, what they got to do with sexuality? It's the same thing. Like, you feel like that once You tell somebody that you're gay, you are less than a man. Once you tell somebody that you like men, they instantly think that you're gay. That's a problem. You feel me? That's why people think it's a choice. That's why people think it's a choice. Because they feel like that someone can turn you gay. Based on all of these different things that's going on social media, based on a group of people that's going through stuff, not the majority. The majority of us bisexual gay men stories is not really what these celebrity stories are. So the celebrity DL is not the hood DL. The celebrity hood DL dude is not the average hood DL dude. And the reflection of what I can say is, like, when people talk about the alpha man is not the average man. Majority of the world is an average man. When I say that, not saying you ain't popping, you ain't on your stuff. No, I'm talking about in the sense of when people get on them podcasts and they be talking about that stuff, the beings they talking about is not the majority. And I'm not saying that what they got going on is wrong. What they got going on, no. What I'm saying is what I said. And so, boom. So going back to what I'm saying, pulling it back around full circle. Like, it's both, bro. It's both. It's both. Me saying based on my experiences, based on what I've seen, it's both. It's actually both. You can't sit here and just tell somebody that they chose to be something. Who the fuck would, like, you telling somebody that they chose to be neglected, they chose to be beat, they chose to be spit on, they chose to be kicked out, they chose to be beaten or almost killed, you feel me? For just them wanting to love who they love. A lot of people don't recognize the hurt, the emotional pain that they give someone when they use those words. And the thing about that is, it's about consideration. It's just about consideration. Just considering someone's feelings after they told you. You feel me? You can't, we ain't, it's not about like, oh, if you didn't know and you know that when your intentions, it wouldn't be too hard for you to be like, and I apologize because that was not my intentions, although that's how I see it. And then you get into the conversation. Because you have how you view things, I have how I view things, they got how they view things, and the world do too. Although we don't have to agree with each other's views to respect each other. Okay? So even if you believe that someone chose to be gay, someone chose to be bi, someone choose to be straight, you don't have the right. You can take it though. You can take it. But you don't have the right to disrespect this person for who they are. Like I said, I hear you. Hear my thoughts. I'm not getting to that bathroom stuff. I'm talking about the hell I'm talking about. And I'm talking about the simple fact of sexuality and how bisexuality, heterosexuality, homosexuality, because this is the words we really need to be using. Because when we use straight and gay, you feel me? Straight and gay isn't a sexual orientation. That's a label, a name that they give somebody. You feel me? Your orientation is actually heterosexual, and that is a term that predates almost everybody that's having this discussion. We, as a social construct, created the term straight because I guess people just didn't want to say heterosexual. I don't know the history behind why we don't say heterosexual. But heterosexual is a thing. It's funny how homosexual is the word for a gay man, and homo sapien is the word for humans. That's just something that just popped in my mind. But yeah, I'm so grateful y'all having me on, though. Thank y'all. Like I said, it's your boy BeeAzirahBonta. Y'all can call me Ozzy. You know, I got a few more things I want to say before I leave, though. But I'm just grateful for y'all having me on. I'm just here. You know, I'm just grateful to be in the, the vicinity, be able to get my voice out. You feel me? To be heard. Just like, I don't want to be right, just heard. I don't care about being right. So dropping what you feel in the comments, trying to prove me wrong makes no sense because I don't want to be right, just heard. I want what I perceive and experience to be heard. Because what I talk about and what I talk about now and moving forward isn't what I read in the book. It's what I lived and what someone around me is currently living. You feel me? And so I don't been through it all. I don't call myself pansexual, gay, straight, bi. Like I said, I just use bi for this video. Really, I just use the word fluid. You feel me? Because in spirit is fluid. Spirit is both masculine and feminine at the same time. And it is choosing to express itself in a certain way. The thing about it, y'all talk about masculine and femininity and masculinity, and associated with being bisexual and gay and being bisexual, homosexual, and heterosexual. Yeah, we're going to learn some new words here. Yeah, I'm not going to stick with y'all terminology. We're going to bring it over here, what I say too. And we want to define these things together when they can exist on their own. There are tons of heterosexual men, see y'all trying to get me, heterosexual men that portrays hella femininity, that portrays hella feminine traits, that has a divine feminine consciousness. Their feminine traits, their femininity could definitely come from them being raised by women, but it doesn't make him less than a man. Because at the end of the day, men don't teach other men how to be a man, how to be a man. We teach each other the type of men we're going to be. We teach the men the type of men that we are. And from there, we each decide who we going to be. And that's when growing up. Because then when you actually get to the status of being a man doesn't compare himself to no other man. A man doesn't need to. Because a man is been moved by God. Although that's my perspective. And that's the same with a woman. You feel me? A woman don't teach her daughter how to be a woman. She teaches her the woman she is. That's why people talk about it takes a village to raise a child. Because that child gets to see different forms, different aspects of the same thing. Just like a tree, you see trees, all these different trees, although these different trees have their, their own little shape and, forms and things like that, And so we're individuals, but we are reflections of each other. So yeah, man, like, I didn't even want to get into the history of sexuality, get into everything that happened in the past, because like we talk about it all the time. And there are times to talk about that. That's not what I'm going to talk about though, because you can go watch those videos to learn about it. What I wanted to do was just literally just show how simple this stuff is, and it does get complex when we have people who are pushing their narratives out there. I'm not going to say, because it is, yes, it's sick people in every community. Black, white, green, yellow, gay, straight, bi. You feel me? Yeah, you got me saying the words. Heterosexual, bisexual. You feel me? And like you say, it doesn't fucking matter. You feel me? It's terminology. This is where it's like people lack terminology. And then people are like, what's queer? Queer just literally means gay. Bye. It means whatever you want to put under that. Like, it's LGBT stuff. Like, straight people, you do not have to learn LGBT terminology and stuff to respect them. You don't. That's why I'm not getting to that bathroom stuff. That's a different video. Y'all want me to get into that? That's still how I feel about that. Drop in the comment video. I will, but I'm not getting into all that other stuff. You feel me? I'm not getting into all that. Gay people, bi people. A lot of us gonna agree with what I'm saying. A lot of us gonna say what I'm saying. Like we don't even want y'all to. You feel me? We don't even want y'all to learn our stuff. You feel me? We like that we have our own little secret lingo and things. You feel me? And we be like, damn, y'all really be confusing us. Y'all be thinking we confused. Y'all confuse us, 'cause, bro. I can't even tell who like boys, who like men, who like women. That's why I just shoot my shot, bro. 'Cause like I don't know. Even with me being the intuitive. And I go by energy. That's why I even shoot my shot, because energy-wise, because you be like, your energy, I can feel your fluidness. Although just because I can feel your fluidness doesn't mean that's what you're choosing. Because like I said, a person like say like, oh, I didn't even get into that before I start this video. No, I ain't even start the video. No, let it run. No, let it run. 30 minutes, boom. Somebody gonna watch all this. Somebody gonna watch all this. A lot of motherfuckers gonna watch all this. That's what it's about. You feel me? To put this message out, to be seen. So let's talk about it. Let me get all of it out. So yeah. See, a lot of DL men are bisexual. Most DL men aren't gay, aren't just homosexual. First, it's my personal belief that most people in the world is fluid. I don't know your orientation. It's your choice. But when it comes to their sexual desires, most people are fluid. And most people don't give themselves the room to explore it more or open themselves up to. Most DL men, and another thing, I stick with LGBT because I'm bisexual, so I can only talk about things through my experience, and see, you can tell about what I talk about that I stick with my experiences. I go with others because, like I said, I talk about the experiences of people around me too, close people. You feel me, folks? I know that they definitely going through this or went through that. That's how we learn. That's how we grow. That's what life is about, to experience. We get to choose the experience that we're having. Come on, man. So boom. So yeah. So listen, y'all. So like, you can have most men that are DL are bisexual, and the reason why they are DL can be many different reasons, but it can boil down to some key points that most DL men have been saying, which is like the fear of not being accepted, the fear of losing loved ones and people around them that they care about and things like that. We live in a time now where people do not have to come out anymore. That's over with. I mean, like, I'm only 23, although I came out, I was in 10th grade. I actually did get to experience that. Like, I really feel like my wave, I graduated in 2019. Anybody graduated in 2019? I feel like 2019, that year was the last of that paradigm, like that old way of living that we was living like. And moving into the pandemic as the world's energy shifted, because I was one of those individuals shifting their energy. Like I said, as a psychic channeler, as a shaman, as a being I am now, it's because of the work that I was already doing growing up, And so I was one of those beings that people consider ahead of their time. You feel me? An old soul. I get in a different video of that too, because I don't agree with calling myself an old soul anymore. Although I do recognize why the terminology. I recognize where it comes from. You feel me? Like I said, I'm from the South. So, the South have a lot of different terminology and things that's, rooted in the Southern culture, And, but I'm pretty sure other people use old soul, although if you get it or whatever. But as I was saying, because the reason why I bring up DL bisexuals is the fact about the sexuality thing. And DL bisexuals is what got people confused. It is not gay men that got y'all confused. Gay men are very open, very loud, very expressive. You feel me? Very much yes. You feel me? It's DL bisexuals that got y'all confused. And when I say very much yes, that's more of my flamboyant gays. Shout out to my gays that's not flamboyant. You feel me? That leans more to the macho side. You feel me? My bad. I don't want to discredit. You feel me? And like I said, I use flamboyant and macho for a reason, because a flamboyant being is very masculine. You feel me? That doesn't mean they're not masculine. That don't mean they don't pursue masculine energy. Masculine energy is expressive, A man doesn't feel the need to be expressive. I'm not saying they're not men. A masculine man. How about that? Let me use. I just contradicted myself. I did. I just contradicted myself. A feminine man is really the one who doesn't. No. I'm contradicting myself. The reason why I'm contradicting myself is because I didn't explain consciousness. So a man who operates out of his feminine consciousness and his masculine consciousness knows and understands, like when he's in his feminine consciousness and he's going within, he knows when he needs to exude his masculine energy or keep it in and sit in his feminine energy. And so a man doesn't feel a need to overly express himself. That's what I was going to say. There we go. Yeah, I'm not gonna edit. I'm not gonna do none of that. Let people fuck up their words and get their thought processes together. We be so quick to jump and respond. You feel? I was there at one point too. You feel me? And also, it's just like I also want to just do these videos very much acapella. I'm not a being who feels the need to do all that editing, do all that shifting, all that changing. That's just too much. I'm a projector in human design. So with me, I don't have the same amount of energy as generators and things like that. Like y'all make the world go round. You feel me? I'm here to do what I do and get out the way. You feel me? Do what I do and get out the way. You feel me? As I even with this video, just making this video takes a lot of energy out of me. You feel me? And yeah, I feel like I got everything out. I feel like no, cause I feel my nose going out. I still got a little bit more. I still got a little more. I know the host is loving me, so he ain't even mad. He just let me talk. So yeah, bro. Sexuality is something that's very beautiful, and sexuality is fluid, and it's like a spectrum, right? So the sexuality is a spectrum, and you have gay, and then you have straight, right? Y'all seen that motherfucker move, bitch? Nasty motherfuckers. Okay, boom. So you have gay, and then you have straight, right? And so everyone falls somewhere in between this spectrum, whether they leans all the way over here or all the way over here. Let's talk a little about women since I've been on men case, because it's easy for us LGBT open men and other DL men too, especially DL men be clocking other DL men. See, they think they be clocking open for like, how you clocking somebody who's open? I never understood that. Like, I'm open, like you're not clocking me. But like DL men clocking other DL. Like that's why they be clocking open people, because they sense they be really want to be on like who else is like on what they on. But let's get on women a little bit. Let's get on women a little bit. Because, you know, growing up, because I was raised by women, I always put women on this pedestal. And through my healing, I had to learn how to take them off their pedestal. And I used to undervalue men. You feel me? I had to, you feel me? You know, and that was also a part of me healing with my own sexuality and me feeling like I had to prove myself as a man, you know, because of my sexual desires, you know. And so, yeah, moving forward. What I was saying, running back B. So yeah, with sexuality being that spectrum and with energy being fluid like that, and people fall somewhere on that spectrum and understanding that that spectrum within humans can shift and change, you know, and on a spiritual perspective, it can look like that you, a woman, met another woman who in another life, you was her husband, you feel me? Or she was your husband and you was her wife, you feel me? And y'all lived in those different vessels. And that love was so deep and so true that when y'all incarnated in the next life, y'all chose to carry on that life, that connection into this life. Even so, you still have free will. God gives us our free will. So even with that, you still got the choice to be like, okay, I know I got these feelings for you, beautiful, blah, blah, blah. You maybe love my life, but no, I don't want to be with a woman. You make this coochie wet and all, girl, but I don't want to be with a woman. I don't know, like, I mean, you deny love because of your beliefs and stuff. Maybe won't make you want you to sit down and think about that, you know. Although that's your truth, that's what you do. Be you, boo. Fuck. The hell? And put that with the men, you feel me? Same way. And 9 times out of 10, you really has the potential to be a bisexual woman. That's why all that is, you know, like you see the fear is that like with men, the fear like, okay, if I be with a dude, folks gonna like, oh, you gay, you've always been gay. Yeah. Like, no. Damn. Like that's not how it works. You feel me? And then this man dick is literally getting hard for a woman. How the hell he only like men? You feel me? And so it's because of these different, and this is why people don't like religion, because of different religious things that trauma that people went through because of the beliefs that people have. It caused so much hurt and suffering to beings for a long time, you know? And so you got these situations where not only was people having to, like, as you go backwards in time, so you want to talk about the past so much, people not only having to fight for their skin color, You got people having to fight for their orientation. You know, like, think about back in the day, a gay black man and a gay white man been together, you feel me? Or a gay white woman and a gay black woman trying to be together, you feel me? Like, not only are y'all two different races, you feel me? You also trying to be gay, like, yeah, you feel me? And so it's like stuff like that. And so it's like where slavery and what happens to the homosexuals and the bisexuals that come before me, my ancestors, you feel me, in all forms, where they experienced their own things. It was definitely similar energies. It was similar energies, but it was its own experience. You feel me? It's its own experiences. And some of our ancestors didn't have the luxury of only experiencing one. They had to experience both. And then depending on if they incarnated as male and female and they identified as that, because as you go farther back in time, I think most people identified with what they were, I believe. I gotta do more research, but I'm more so like, if people was a man that identifies as being a man, you feel me? There are cases on transgenders and things like that in time, but I'm not getting on that subject. I feel like that's, for me, I'm gonna say this, leave it. I feel like men and women and trans men and women, where we are all human, I feel like trans women, trans men is their own thing. And men and women are our own thing. Because cis men and cis women, I feel like we operate in a certain way regardless of our sexual orientation. And trans women and trans men operate in their own way regardless of their sexual orientation. And I feel like it's more a sort of a mind thing. Because when you come, and I'm going to just hit it with this and I'm going to leave it there. Because when you get into sexual orientation stuff with trans, so you got a trans woman, a male who identifies as a woman who can be gay, meaning she talks to women. See what I'm saying? See, somebody just said, what, like, yeah, just breathe, baby, breathe. They're like, you don't have to learn any folks. You don't have to learn any folks stuff. Like, it's a choice what you choose to learn and stuff. Although you don't have to understand somebody to accept them and to respect them. You feel me? I take the choice to listen to people and to get to know them and get to know what they stand for and how they think, because I care and I consider people. It's what love is about, you know? Especially when you're unconditionally loving. I'm an unconditional lover. So, boom. This trans woman can be gay where she talks to women. She's a lesbian. She can be bisexual where she talks to men and women. Or she can be straight where she's talking to men. So a trans woman talking to a straight man doesn't make him gay. To me, it does show the fluidness in his energy, although that man desires women. And when he sees this trans woman, he sees a woman. You feel me? And don't get into all that by yada, because I can get on women. I love y'all. I love my sisters. I love my black queens. You don't know. You feel me? And although, don't lie, it's some sisters that look like us. Beards and all, and that's a genuine female. So let's just be a little bit more open. Like I said, I'm not getting into the bathroom, none of all that other side. I'm sexuality, and I keep saying that for reasons. I feel like that's the main thing, the mainstream stuff, in which, you know, I'm on my women's side. You feel me? I also understand where trans people come from, although. You feel me? I can feel that. Somebody really want me to get on that topic. Really want me to get on that. You feel me? It's a great interview. And I can also see how I'm going to be in other interviews. I'm going to be tapping into the energy of those people, of their, like, you know, their fans and the people that listen to them, their supporters are here listening. I'm going to be tapping into the fields and feeling mine as well. And that just comes from the being that I am and the abilities that I have. And that was, you know, just being honest, one of the biggest challenges I had and, you know, still overcoming when it comes to being on the internet and the network. Because for me, how my gifts work, even I can connect with people even through the internet. Like, right now I can already feel the people that's going to be watching this before they even watch it. Because the thing about spirit and the soul, it exists outside of time, you know? And the thing about time, you know, all you need for time to meet somebody, you know, you need the location, you need when, and you need the day, you know? And with those what they call it, coordinates, you're able to meet and exist at the same time. But the beautiful thing about the internet is it also exists outside of time. I don't think anybody ever thought about that the internet exists outside of time. Yeah, think about that while you're thinking about sexuality. But yeah. No cap though. Like, yes, guys. It's very simple. That's why it's like before I even started the video, I was already having this conversation. Although what I'm saying now, I'm keeping it very simple. In my mind, I'm keeping it simple. If I'm not keeping it simple, just let me know. Although it's like it's very simple. It doesn't have to be overly explained. Like, we can talk about. It's a lot of things we can talk about and break it down and look into and let me know, because I know I dabble on certain topics that folk may want to hear more about. Although because for me, I'm just really just talking. I'm not really big on using my mind when I'm connecting with other individuals, because I have an open crown center. So if I do that, if I be listening to my thoughts, I'm not even listening to my own thoughts. I'm listening to the thoughts that's around me. You feel me? Or that was left in the room or something like that. You feel me? So yeah. And I feel as the interviews go forward, I have a more stronger foundation of, you know, how I want to talk about it. But like I said, I'm a spirit having a human experience. So it's like spirituality to me, everything is spiritual, including sexuality and sex. All of it is an experience, a way for a spirit to experience itself, you know? So even having this conversation, even the conversation we're talking, even about like when folks talk about, I don't care about politics and stuff like that. And I used to say that too, but it wasn't because I was spiritual. It was just because I didn't see the, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm just saying the beauty of actually the benefit of paying attention to it. Just like, so for example, if you are, it more so, I give you an example to get my energy, to understand my energy. You ate junk food your whole dang life, and then you finally recognize the benefit of eating healthy. That's what with politics. It had nothing to do with like, I'm spiritual, that's low vibrational. No, hell no. Because we are here living this existence, and then we don't be mindful of how we're living this existence. It won't be a great one. You feel me? Like, we have to be mindful of how we play into things, and we all, gay men, and I like I said, I don't care about these labels, so you can put me as gay, bi, whatever. Cause I'm with LGBT and straight people. Yeah, y'all ain't got no name. But LGBT and straight people, we all play a part in DL men. And DL men is the reason why everyone is confused about their sexuality, because these men are trying to figure out their sexuality. And by figuring out their sexuality and being in a situation where we're now living in times where everything is so acceptable and open, that's just what's going on. You feel me? It's just like, y'all straight women are accepting anything from these men. Y'all like, I don't want to be with a bisexual man, but you already have. And so it's like, it's not that you don't want to be with a bisexual man. It's more so that the thought of you being with one is what fucks you up. So maybe you can be with one. You just need to shift your mind. Because how does that make him less than a man? Because he being with a man. Oh, because I don't want a man that bend over. Okay, so what if he don't bend over? Nah, because he fucking a dude in the ass, I'm going to get STD. But you got 3 on for Tyrone, and he's straight, right? Type stuff. And he ain't gay. Like, let's say Tyrone genuinely ain't gay. You got 3 from Tyrone. You feel me? Or he ain't bi. I be doing it too. Like, me too. I be doing it too to see how I be. You see how we just say gay and straight? You feel me? We don't even me. We don't fluid. You feel me? Because it's like the influence is what I'm around. You know, it's not how I really think. Because if you sit me down and talk like about, but it's just talking. You feel me? Like I said, because like I said, I'm country. I'm a very sophisticated dude also, but, you know, my roots. I'm sitting here in my hometown. So it's like I'm around my family. So it's like, I feel like it's like what they say, code switching, you know? And it's like when you at home, you don't feel the need to be more mindful. Like even and so with me, when I'm interacting on the internet, most people don't do this. Although with me, I'm being my authentic self. I do my best to be. And so talking with you guys right here, right now through this interview is just like if you're sitting right here next to me in my home, we vibing, we chilling, we talking. That's how I really be. I really wanted to be like on some Zoom call, because I'm gonna be on Zoom calls with people, or we're gonna be sitting, we're gonna be talking and vibing. Like, it's, yeah, I call it an interview, but this ain't no goddamn job interview. You feel me? We vibing, we talking, we sharing our thoughts, our opinions, our truths, our beliefs. You know, and where I will debate opinion. I don't debate my beliefs, but although I am open to hearing yours at all times. But I don't debate what I believe. I don't do that, you know. I only do that with God, with myself, you know. And that doesn't mean that I don't have. I'm gonna say no. I don't have cognitive dissonance. It's like in the sense of if I feel myself experiencing that. And see, I just contradicted myself again because I don't have it. So yeah, like boom. So when I experience cognitive dissonance, I give myself the room to step back and actually see what it is that's being presented to me. Because just because what I know is what I know doesn't mean I know everything. See, I'm a know-it-all. I know a lot of things, but I don't know everything. That's the truth for me. I'm a very powerful, claircognizant being. So my inner knowing is very strong. I know stuff even when I don't even know I know it. I just knew it, and I know it right now. You feel me? And the thing about that gift, you just gotta trust what you know. So yeah, even though this interview was solely like about sexuality, I also, you know, share other different things, you know. And so it's just like I really just would do the interview and just put in the title a couple of topics that I talked about or what we talked about in the interview, like, and just do it like that. You feel me? And do it like that. Simple. But yeah, I feel like it was great. It was good. I feel like this is really going to set off some very important topics to be talked about within the communities. Because it's like, for me, I'm coming from a perspective of someone who is not immensely within the LGBT community. And when I say that, I don't separate myself as an individual. Like within it, I separate myself as an individual from the beliefs and customs of it. Like I haven't ever really participated in a pride or, you know, a lot of the things that I feel that a lot of mainstream LGBT people have experienced, and that's okay. You feel me? That doesn't mean that I'm not a part of the community. That doesn't mean that I'm not gay or bi or straight. You feel me? I don't have to go through the things these people go through, or you go through, or anybody go through to be me. You know? You go through what you go through to teach you. You fucking who you fucking because you want to fuck them. Simple. The problem comes when other people try to tell you wrong for that. We're not talking about that bathroom stuff. We're not talking about that other stuff because we know motherfuckers tripping. We know motherfuckers tripping. But then, like I said, some of them not tripping because it's like, why not just unisex bathrooms? They already exist. They already fucking exist. Okay. Maybe I want to talk about it too, but it's like I don't see how that ties in with sexuality though. That's why I don't want to talk about it. I don't see how that ties in with sexuality. Although I did just say we're going to flow on your topic. So let's get on to it. Let's do it. Somebody, you don't project it. You don't keep saying, go ahead. So let's do it. I'm doing it for you. You know what it is. You going to let me know. It may be more than one of you, but it's true. I feel you. I feel it in my heart. I feel it in my spirit. Okay, so boom, how I see the bathroom stuff. I definitely agree when it comes to, well, let me not say I agree. I definitely empathize with women in their concerns when it comes to allowing trans women into their bathrooms. And let me say it more deeper with the known fact, because we know it's already been happening. It already happened. And I agree with the concerns, although I want to say that these concerns I don't believe, and this is my personal belief, maybe I could be wrong, but I don't believe allowing trans women into the bathroom will increase the risk of a pedophile. Why? Because pedophiles are already doing what they're doing without having to dress up as the opposite gender. And where, yes, a pedophile could most definitely try to impersonate a woman to go in the bathroom to touch on a little girl. Women, biological females, can be pedophiles. And let's just go back to how no one is talking about trans men being pedophiles. Maybe how one, two, somebody talking about trans men, but nobody cares about the females. Even when you are trans men, females, men in society still finds a way to not talk about you, to put you down. Hey, but look, that's personal. That's me. Like I said, I was raised by women. So I seen everything women been through. So I definitely get it. You feel me? But I just feel like unisex bathrooms exist. So if unisex bathrooms already exist, like, I feel like all this commotion we created for no reason. We just want to find something to distract ourselves from what's really going on. Like how our comedy is falling apart. Like it's just like, cause we can't do nothing about that. So we want to talk about somebody coming in the bathroom. I feel like the precautions that you already take is the same precautions that you take. Cause like, say for instance, how you gonna know? How you gonna know? I know there's some of us who like, yeah, we be clocking T. We do. Yeah, you clock T, right? Although, what happens when you don't? You know? Like, what happens when you don't? Like I said, it's already been happening. I'm not saying just because it's already been happening and stuff, we shouldn't have regulations. Like, I feel like there are sick individuals within the trans community, just like in the gay community and bisexual community. I do feel like there are individuals, pedophiles, in every community. But I think about that. I don't think about just the women, you know? Like, so when people focus the argument on one way, to me, it looks like that you're pushing an agenda, that you're pushing a narrative. It's just solely on this. And I get it when it comes to groups that are created for that, like I believe like feminists they're focused on women, so that makes sense, you know? But it's like, I get it though. I get it. You feel me? I get it. I feel that on both ends, because a trans woman going into the men's bathroom is just as dangerous. It's just as dangerous for them. And that trans woman can be going in the men's bathroom, still being a pedophile. Like, so you're saying, oh, she need to go in the man's bathroom. She got a dick. And they like, you're right. Cause they could want any goddamn child. They could want a man, a girl or a little boy. You're right. I don't want to cause a commotion. And go right in there and touch on your son. And then you probably like, Billy, here, I want my baby in there with that thing. You feel me? And Billy not getting touched on. It ain't funny. It ain't funny. Somebody laugh with me. I got dark humor, man. We got dark humor. You just laugh with me. We got dark humor. Chill out. You feel me? And see, like, and that's things like people be afraid to get on the internet and like be they self because like folks take things out of context. But I'm gonna be me regardless. And by doing that, I'm gonna create that. The image that y'all see is gonna be me because I'm gonna always break the image that you have with me by being myself. Every time you feel like you got me figured out, I'm going to always shatter it or reaffirm it. You feel me? I'm going to always shatter it or reaffirm it because sometimes you be on point. Like, you see somebody, you see them like, oh, this person, that's true because they're going to reaffirm that for you. And then there are going to be times that people are going to shatter your perception of them because that's your perception of them. That's not who they are choosing to be. Sometimes some people are choosing to be somebody for somebody. I'm not that. I'm going to be me. And I have my views how I have them until I don't have them. And like, my views can't change, you feel me? But I am a stubborn person, and I see how I see based on my experiences, you feel me? And based on experiences, trans women and trans men does not stop the world going around for them folk going in the damn bathroom or what they look like. Because when you see them, you think that's what they is. And so even if you feel like you somebody, you cool question it. I bet you don't say nothing. You know. You said, you probably be like, babe, is that a man? And then sometimes, babe, is that a man? And that'd be a whole woman. That's a genuine woman. See what I mean? You see what I mean? You see what I mean? Oh my God, she is so pretty. That's a boy. That's a whole dude. He just cute. He just so cute. He just cute. He getting tired of y'all calling him pretty, and so he wouldn't be handsome. But he got no slicker facial hair, long hair. Even if he could, he like a dyke. So he don't know what to do. You feel me? So it's like you can't be so quick to be like judging someone by how they look and thinking just because somebody rocking a dress and some heels, man, that dude don't want to put that dick up in you. Or thinking because she got on some boy clothes that she don't want to ride that stick. You feel me? But it's like the fact that people are attracted to people that portray themselves in this fluid nature shows the fluidness in you. You may not be as fluid as them. You feel me? You attract the studs, and you attract the studs that you can't even tell is a female until the clothes come off. So how did you know? 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 What were you attracted to? What are you attracted to? How did you know? But yeah, in fact, it's just like a younger man. Come on now. I get a day's loaf. I get a day's loaf. But like a younger man, you gonna sit here and tell, you didn't even stop and question it. Like, is that a dude? Like a straight man? I like, come on now. Okay. I get a day's loaf though. I get a day's loaf because like a masculine woman or a woman with a tomboy girl, those exist. And they're straight when you're straight and you're straight. You feel me? And they may think that you like pussy and you don't even like no coochie cat. Come on now. Come on. You get what I'm saying? Do y'all get what I'm saying? And so you just have to understand that sexuality is fluid. And when people say that, they're not calling you gay. They're not saying you gotta be gay straight or bi. They're saying that we all have the potential to be all of that. To be all of that. It's there. It's there. It's there. And some people have to build emotional or mental connections with people before they have sex with them anyway. Some folk can't even just get hard or get wet for somebody. And so when you take away the stigmas, you just can breathe. You just like, okay. But I said, I didn't want to get into the trans situation because I feel like that's a whole, and I would definitely love to have a genuine trans being on the show, you feel me, on the interview, and for them to share their viewpoints and their experiences and what they go through. Because as a spiritual being, I'm two-spirit, but I'm a two-spirit in a male vessel, And so I agreed to be a man, and I love that I'm a man, you feel me? I incarnated as a male. I chose to be a man. I chose to go through experiences as a man. Although because I'm two-spirit, I have a divine masculine and divine feminine consciousness living within my vessel, I also signed up to be raised around a lot of women so that I can experience the woman's experience, not by being a woman, but by being around it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if for example, if you're not the captain of the boat, but you still one of the sailors, so you still get the experience what the captain going through, but you're not going through the captain's experience. You're going through your own. And so my mom and the different women that was around me was the head of this boat that I just had to be on. Why? Because I was born in this family. Like, couldn't control that. That's outside my control. Although as I grew, what was in my control was what I could continue to do, and as who I continue to show up as. I'm considered one of those, like, in the LGBT community, they'll call me someone that's passable, or maybe sometimes trade, depending on what I'm wearing. You feel me? The most, like, I feel like someone, well, people in my community, I feel like they gonna clock my teeth. I really like that. People be saying clock their teeth, that's crap fine. They be doing a little thing right there, that crap funny. Like, it's funny. We humans are very funny. I love humans. That's why I incarnate here a lot. I love humans. Humans are pretty cool. Y'all, we're pretty fun, And so you come up with pretty cool things, but we get so caught up in it that we don't know when to let it go and grow, progression. We're living through the age of Aquarius. I feel like 2019 moving 2020 was when the shift really was happening worldwide for that age of Aquarius shift. And, you know, depending on who you're talking to, they'll say when the shift happened, whatever. I'm not an astrologer. I just study astrology for myself. So, yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. You know, thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. We was vibey, wasn't we? We was vibing. So I'm sending all y'all much love, much peace, much happiness. You feel me? As always, live, laugh, and be loved. Your boy Ozzy is out. Deuces.